And you're still watching Prime Morning. It's time for us to delve into what the newspapers have for us. It's time for the News Flash segment. My name is Rosalind Felly. I'm not here alone. K to the M to the J is here. And it's here to us here as well. And so we are your trio for the morning. And I must say that we are all disappointed in what happened yesterday during the vetting committee. We'll keep on talking about it. We ought to bash them until we see a change and we see them having a regrettable posture and apologizing to the citizens because we didn't put them there to do that. We put them there because we trusted them to be honorable members. And so the title from yesterday, I don't know if it still upholds, but people on social media are saying that that title should be suspended until we see some sort of, what's the right word to use?
I wonder when the honorable title started. You know, oftentimes, our democracy, everything, we are learning from the Western culture. Do they do honorable over there? It's one of the things that they do. How was honorable incorporated into our democracy? That anytime anybody becomes a member of parliament or a minister, the person has to be addressed as honorable.
The person has to be honorable member. Let me try. I'm trying to Google why we use the word honorable on them.
I am very invested in that. I want to understand why.
Okay, Kim, do you have something to say? I'm trying to get the...
Why they are called honorable?
Yeah, why, what makes you qualify to be called an honorable? Is it that the moment you are sworn in as a minister or you are voted into power as a member of parliament, you automatically become an honorable? That's what it is.
That's what the parliament thinks. Constitution. They have standing orders and they have all of those things. So that's what, according to their constitution.
So the moment you come, you're sworn in, you are addressed as honorable member.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not something they take lightly even amongst themselves. You can't just mention anybody's name.
I'm still not even
like
you have to.
You just mention the person's name. No, even in the House of Parliament.
In the House of Parliament.
Yeah. Okay. So they have a certain respect.
Right.
They put on that before we ordinary people would also, put.
So amongst themselves, they put so much importance to the title honorable. I see.
You can't just mention
so this is what it says.
Okay.
This is what it says.
Themselves.
The style, the honorable, was first granted in 1854 for use by members of the Executive Council, the Speaker of the Legislative Council, the members of the Legislative Council, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives. And this is from, I think, the UK. That's what we adopted it from. So it started in that year. Honorable, for those who use it, is for... let me come here. It's an honorific style that is used as prefix before the names or titles of certain people, usually with official, governmental, or diplomatic positions. So, as it is, it's been in existence since 1854. And so we adopted the style from the Western land, that is the United Kingdom.
Okay.
But, there's actually a constitution review.
Yes. Which is something that a lot of Ghanaians had called for a very long time.
Will it be part of it?
Well, since the whole committee is being set and officially they've been sworn in, well, maybe something good is going to come from this.
Well, this segment is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still and still phone, Papa Perfume, whatever gadgets you're looking for, with a mobile phones, television set, CCTV cameras, we don't worry no more. We've got you covered. All you need to do is to download the app on your phone to make things very, very simple, which is the Franco Trading app, or visit our website for further inquiries at www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still and still phone, Papa Perfume.
Yes, indeed. And we're going to be checking the front pages of the newspapers this morning, and then we would listen to what our viewers have to say as well with regards to what happened yesterday. We already told you what you're supposed to do before you get on the Zoom, all right? So let's all stay with that. It's very, very important. But yesterday we had what we call the creme de la creme in the committee vetting yesterday. It was pound for pound, boot for boot. And it was aura for aura. Let me put it that way. I put it to you, I guess I put it to you. But, man, I think I kind of like Afinyo Markin and Honorable Sam George. Yes,
Currently, they are the most talked about.
Yeah. I was looking at what was going to happen with that Black Horse, but I think that I am one of the people from the place of I want to see power. Like I love to see power challenge power.
Oh.
You know, it's beautiful.
It seems intriguing.
Yes.
Watching that.
You're wondering what next is going to be in the next person's head, what response is going to come out of that person, where that response is going to lead to, you know. And so yesterday I was fixated on these things that I actually was totally lost out of the entire process that was happening. I was just looking at what is going to happen next, who's going to get on the edge, who's going to be on somebody's neck.
And they both did that. They did justice to each other.
I'm telling you. It was...
They did justice to each other. Honorable Sam George was ready. He knew what he was going against. He knew what was before him. And so it made it seem to a lot of people as he was being very arrogant. Because a lot of people on social media, even whilst it was going on, people, some of my friends who were watching were texting me and telling me that Honorable Sam George is being very arrogant. Why is he being like this? What makes him so bold to make certain statements? Even talking about the whole allegations concerning the bribery, the corruption pertaining to the former president, 700 evidences, talking about that whole thing. So it's like, when I see Bibiswa, what exactly would make you have that much courage to, say all these things? So yesterday, it was a wow for me.
It was. I think for me, it was the fact that he actually said opinions are like noses.
Yes. Everybody has one.
Everybody has one. And so if you think he's rude, that's your business. If you think he's not rude, that's your business. I ain't going to tell you to stop thinking I'm rude. That's your business. The most important thing is I can do the job, and I'll do the job. And, those of you calling me rude, yesterday night, unfortunately, we saw what unfolded.
Yeah.
You call somebody rude,
and
the next thing is you are misbehaving.
Yeah.
And misbehavior is not an insult. Some of the things that they said he had used as insults were not insults. See, if somebody tells you use your common sense, it's not an insult. In Ghana, we think telling somebody use common sense is an insult. It is not. Common sense is common sense. It's not an insult.
So we see it as, you're telling me I'm an idiot.
No, I didn't tell you an idiot. If you want to take it as you're an idiot, I'm just telling you that you think better, think deeper.
But if you tell me as you use my common sense, that means I don't even have it in the first place.
No, that's common. Maybe you've decided to put it on the side.
So you're just using regular sense.
Take it and use it.
But then you're not using the common one.
Exactly.
Honestly.
You decided to use a different common, different sense. So go for the common one. Don't go for the irregular one. That's all I'm telling you.
Right.
Such a silly child.
My goodness.
Oh, my goodness. See, so it's quite interesting, but we really want to take a look at the misbehavior from these members of parliament who are so quick to summon people because of Facebook posts, so quick to summon and call for imprisonment of people because of insult, yet yesterday they insulted all Ghanaians. The Facebook posts, so quick to call somebody to be before them because of a Facebook post, and even going as far as almost holding the vetting process that was going on that day. Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah. And yet the next thing we know is that they are disrespecting Ghana. Yesterday was a very disrespectful act, I must say. And, I woke up this morning asking myself a few questions. Who is in charge of the planning? Yeah, because you see, it's preventable. What do you do? Okay, I have 5 persons I'm vetting.
Yeah.
How many hours do we have to work? You see, these things have to... I don't know who is planning it.
Yeah.
How many hours do they have to work? How many hours do they have to sit? Because these people are working. And what does the law say about the number of hours that we have to work? Just because you're members of parliament doesn't say that you work 24 hours. You understand? Their health comes in there. You can't risk their health. So if they sit down, if it's going to be an 8-hour session, Structure is such that if
There'll be breaks in between.
Not even just the breaks, each person is 2 hours. We have our relevant questions. In 2 hours, we ought to be done with the first person. So the next 2 hours, we are going for this person. Else, we are going to see a situation where people, we might
Sitting for 5 hours.
One day we'll have 5 hours. 8 years ago, we saw an Honorable Ken Oforiatta sit there for how long? 3 days. And what happened? He messed up. After 3 days of going to face vetting committee, he messed up. So is it the number of hours or the number of days that you keep somebody in there vetting that the person, it will yield results, or it is what is asked? And for me, the questions that they ask, you see, and these are things, concerns of people. Why are you not asking them how they are going to fix the problems in that sector? And you are bringing up Facebook posts and arrogance. What has that got to do with the job at hand?
A typical example is the Greater Accra Regional Minister.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
And then you go and say, we know her.
5 minutes.
So who don't you know?
5 minutes.
And you say she's one of us.
Yes.
Sam George has been one of yours. He's been in Parliament for the past 8 years. This is his third term being in Parliament.
I was expecting, a question in relation to something like our sanitation here in Greater Accra region.
Nothing was asked.
Most especially.
Nothing was asked.
Nothing was asked about that.
So the people sit there, and instead of you to ask them the questions on how they'll fix the issue, because if they had probably done that, maybe we wouldn't have found ourselves in this mess.
Yeah.
And so you put them there, have about, I don't know how many questions, but fix the time. 2 hours is up. We are done. Go. Next person comes in. Because how do you fix, vetting for 5 people, and you are vetting one person for 4 hours?
Yeah.
It's just too much.
Yeah.
And sometimes you even waste about 2 hours without even asking one question.
Exactly.
All of them is just about this, about that, about CV, about...
Follow up. But you see, it's sometimes too, it's because of the kinds of answers that they give. Let me give you a typical example. The Minister for Gender. Her vetting was the most interesting to me. She had to be asked about the CV because her answers were making it look like there were so many loopholes in your CV that you have provided. So definitely you will get antennas raising up, wanting to find out that, are you sure this? Why is it that this? What year did you start the school? You can't even calculate exactly what year you started the school. What year did you complete? It's quite different from what is put before us.
But you see, again, if we have our time in there where we know it's 2 hours, you'll be able to dot the I's and cross the T's. You'll be able to know that the person is lying. You understand? So if the person has a CV, the CV comes in front of you, you can identify where the holes are.
Yeah, and then
when you ask and you realize there's still a hole, that is why you are part of the vetting committee. Put it down. Make your argument behind closed doors and say this person is not fit to be there.
Yeah.
Start questioning the person on one particular issue for 1 hour won't yield any results.
And at the end of the day, they'll still be sworn in.
Why? So yesterday they sat down from, I think they start this at 10 a.m. all the way to 9 p.m. Why? Is it because we don't pay on the hour? I think probably we should start paying on the hour so that we'll know how much taxpayers' money is being used for this, and then we'll be able to prevent this from happening. I think that it ought to be planned well. If you know that vetting 5 hours is for one person, give 5 hours to all. That's Anodompre.
Yeah, where is he taking it to?
Yeah, that's him. Honorable Anodompre is the one who started, and he has so much joy in lifting the chair. There's a joy on his face, like, yo, I lifted the chair. Yo, yo, yo.
But let me tell all the young men out there, and in the face of all of these, all this drama and fights and everything, in all you're doing as a young man, please marry an industrious woman.
Oh, yes.
Very important.
Okay. High five.
Very important.
Oh, my goodness.
If you want to marry, if you want to be like me, fine. But if you want to marry an industrious
woman.
You have Zoom already?
in all you're doing, in all
That's
you're
true.
marry an industrious woman.
Yeah.
It'll pay off one day.
It will pay off. It will definitely pay off. Thank you for that advice.
And you see, it was one of the most critical points in that conversation yesterday.
Yeah.
And if you're someone who believes that life is not just you and you live in it, you would understand where this young man was coming from.
Oh.
And for me, I think I should be proud of
I least expected that answer from him. I least expected it.
How many men would give their woman that prominence?
Yeah.
The women who are committed and constantly taking care of men.
Yeah.
But they don't get that prominence in any way.
Yeah.
Because a man feels like, why am I going to talk about a woman taking care of me? Or
how would people even look at me? What would people think about me? That it looks like I'm spending my wife's money.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, especially this part of the world.
Yes.
In other jurisdictions, it's not a problem because they even go on a date and they split.
Yeah.
And nobody has issues.
At all.
It's like, that's how we live here. But in Ghana here, that's a big deal, especially on national television like that.
Yeah.
You know, and I think the wife should be proud of this man.
Yeah,
You know.
it should be.
Yeah. But if you're a man...
Okay, so we have our first Zoomer joining us. Hi, Nab. Hello, Nab.
Hello, Rosalind.
Hi, Nab. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning
Great.
to
Good
you.
morning to
and,
you
too. Asiedua and KMG.
Good morning, Nab.
Trust that you guys are all doing well.
Well, could have been better.
If only
yes,
that
of
didn't
course.
happen.
And of course, as human as we are, we always want the best. So if you say it could have been better, I think it's rightly so. And we all pray that things get better for all of us.
Amen.
Yes. So I guess it's a very interesting topic that you guys are discussing, and of course, yesterday's vetting was quite an interesting one, and for me, I think it's some of the actions that particularly emanated from the chair. I believe everything. I think you even stated it. There has to be some level of agreement. There has to be some kind of blueprint that they want to follow, because they said Parliament is the master of their own rules. So I believe if they did something yesterday, let's say the vetting that was done 3 days earlier, they couldn't have used the same format, and that as before they even meet that day, they would have met at a conclave to discuss on the modus operandi. Either they should vet 2 people and so on and so forth. But that wasn't done. And my understanding from the minority side was that they agreed to vet 4 people. Later, when they started, they realized that it has the chairman said it will be 5. Later 3. So they were not even sure of the number of people that they want to vet. Then later, I also heard that they are going to vet 9 people. So this thing, wouldn't this bring about confusion if you stick to a plan that, we are going to vet 4 people today, and that has to fit into the timing, because you said the vetting will start at 10. So if you break it down, how many hours are they going to spend, like you said? But if the whole thing lies at the discretion of the chairman, it's very problematic. And when you have a chairman who we all know that it is an offshoot of the NDC or even a typical NDC, sometimes they may want to bulldoze their way through. Maybe they want to, instead of the 4 or the 5 that they agreed upon, it's okay, let's do it 9. And minority, because they have in their mind that it is so-called micro-minority, so everything they can just bulldoze their way through. I don't think that is democracy. If we have to stick to a plan, we have to stick to it. And sometimes those actions could have been avoided if there was some level of compromise. And as elderly as they are, as leaders as we thought they are, couldn't they have reached a compromise rather than allowing things to get to this point? I think they should do better. They should do better. I think this is really not a democratic thing that we saw yesterday. So they should just go back to their drawing board and re-strategize. If anything, consensus building, mutual respect. It shouldn't be that they see themselves as majority sees themselves as super majority and minority is super minority, or like
minority.
Okay, micro minority. So you can just bulldoze your way through. Or if you do that, this chaotic will always be the order of the day, and which at the end of the day, because minority will also force that their voices will be heard. And so if we do the right thing, I don't think things will get to where it is now.
All right,
so,
thank you now.
So let me say good morning to Professor Chris Entry, who is the Deputy Director of IDL, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. I greet him so much, and I want to thank him. I want to thank him so much for what he's doing.
All right, now, thank you.
My friend, my short friend, I like the short. I call him Alaji Short.
Master Planner.
He has joined Master Planner Junior. He's a short man. Please tell him he's very short.
All right, now, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your opinion this morning. You at home can also join us via Zoom and share your opinion with regards to what happened at the vetting committee yesterday. Quite an appalling scene to see. I don't know, but for the very first time yesterday, I felt so embarrassed of our parliament.
Can we take a look at the video in case some of our viewers haven't seen the chaos that erupted?
It was a shame.
Yeah. If our viewers can have a look at it.
It was a shame.
Yeah.
They were in suits, they were in kaftans, they were in agbada, they were in whatever it is. They were in heavy.
Oh, God.
It was just a shame.
Exactly, this process will continue. For those of you just joining, Joy News live coverage of a lot of violent confrontation as we've seen here. Tables have been broken, completely microphones have been destroyed, members of parliament have been at each other's throats. It's been violent confrontation with the NPP and NDC MPs at each other's throats over whether or not the vetting must happen or not. The leaders have gone out to converse. They've gone out there to go and speak. You see Mahama Yariga there asking people to sit down. This is the table that is completely destroyed, that has now been raised. This table, you can see, it's a table that should have 4 legs, but it's a table with only 2 legs, because when the confrontation did happen, 2 legs got broken, microphones on it all got destroyed, and so that table is now being taken away from the vetting room, and the leaders are now back. We don't know where, around which table they will sit as they come again close to try and ensure that this process is then adhered. This is a lot.
Can you ensure silence at the back? Oh, please. I am very, very, very sorry that these scenes that we are seeing are being projected to the rest of the country and to the world. The whole world knows that Ghana has one of the most beautiful and functioning democracies. The Ghana Parliament remains an envy of many parliaments. We've had an election that was so beautiful, the losing side conceded, and the whole world acclaimed us, and you could see that by the number of heads of states who came to witness the transition. So please, let us not destroy that image, that enviable image that we have carved for ourselves to the rest of the world as a beautiful, functioning democracy. I am pleading with all sides I am pleading with all sides. As you can see, we would have continued, but logistically, it is no longer possible to continue. Logistically, the microphones have all been destroyed. And you know that with the microphones destroyed, it will be difficult for the media to carry the proceedings live on their various stations. They may carry the image, but they cannot carry the voice. And vetting is about assessing and evaluating the nominee. As it is now, we in this room may be able to assess and evaluate them by hearing them, but the rest of the country will not be able to do that. The technical staff have closed and they have gone home. And so there's no way, in fact, even if they were here, the distraction of some of the machines here cannot be easily replaced tonight. So for that reason, it is practically impossible to continue with the vetting. So I am pleading with all sides, that we should bring proceedings to an end, and tomorrow, given that the facilities here have been destroyed, by morning we will designate a new location within the House to continue with the vetting of the nominees. But before I end, let me caution everybody that, you see, all of us have supporters out there. All of us need to satisfy our supporters. And so when we are vetting, let's make good use of the time allocated to us so that we can be efficient, we can vet as many people as possible, so that we can have the ministers at the various ministries functioning and delivering on the commitments that Ghanaians endorsed at the polls by the way they voted. So I am pleading with members of the committee, and I will have discussions with my colleague, the minority leader, so that we can come to some conclusion on the time allocation and how long we take to vet individual nominees. So please, 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 I am pleading with you. I am pleading with you. I am pleading with you. Because what we have done today, we have seriously damaged our reputation as a parliament. We have seriously damaged our reputation as a parliament. It will take us a lot of effort to redeem ourselves. But I know that Ghanaians can forgive, and they will forgive us. But going forward, let us be decent when we are doing the vetting. It is not right to spend 3 hours, 4 hours questioning a nominee. It is not right. It provokes a lot of people. I'm not saying we shouldn't ask nominee questions, but let's be moderate in our approach. I can understand the passions and the anger informing the decision to continue, even though today you have done so well. Indeed, today you had scheduled to vet 3 people. You agreed among yourselves and then made it 4. Then you agreed among yourselves and you extended it to 6. Unfortunately, the developments now makes it difficult to continue and implement the agreement. So I am pleading with you, bear with us. We're ending proceedings and tomorrow we'll continue. Meanwhile,
what if they come tomorrow and they do the same thing? Will you stop? They insisted that there will be no pressure. We came here and said, no, we decided not to. So we came today.
Please. Oh, please. You know where the instructions are coming from. I beg you. Please, sit down. Sit down. Oh, sit down. Please. So we are ending it. So please, because the machines can no longer function, they've been destroyed. We'll look into that matter, and so we are adjourning to tomorrow at what time? 10 o'clock? We're adjourning to tomorrow at 10 o'clock. At 9 o'clock. So we're adjourning to 9 o'clock tomorrow morning at the Speaker's Conference Room. And we are cautioning them.
Wow. Well, it's been adjourned this morning at 9 a.m. at the Speaker's Conference Room.
Yeah.
I hope they will give time to it.
Yeah.
You can't be wasting taxpayers' money and then, you go and fight today. You can't. See, I call it waste not because they are not doing a good job. They are doing a very fantastic job. But for last night, it became a waste. What they did there last night with regards to that fight, at that time, if we're paying on the hour, we should deduct that money from their salary at that time. But unfortunately, we don't pay on the hour, so...
they are still going to get their monies anyway.
we pay for the whole sitting. That's what is going to happen. So they are going to take that money for the whole sitting. But they should be penalized. They should take that much money. Anyway. But they're being paid for the work they are doing. That's not a waste. That one is not a waste. Anyway, yes. I think
we have Abdullah on. Hi, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you, Abdullah?
I'm fine. How are you too?
We are doing very awesome. What do you want to tell us this morning?
It's my first time appearing on TV after our loss,
Oh, so sorry. But thank you for coming back.
Abdullah, worry. I haven't seen him for a while.
Don't do that because you actually made your face.
I haven't seen him for a while.
Is that the reason why? Is that the reason that the yam and the guinea fowls haven't yet come? Because you remember.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Don't make us go hungry. We beg you.
KMJ.
Sorry.
I'll get time and respond to you, but there are important matters we need to talk about.
Tell him. Abdullah, what do you want to say?
So first of all, since it's my first time of appearing on national TV after our defeat, I really want to congratulate the president, John Dramani Mahama.
Okay.
We wish him well, to be honest.
Yes.
Now to the substantial issue. To be honest, I have some observation about the media first. You see, let us be honest. We respect you media a lot. Not Joy Prime per se, but every journalist, personally, I respect because your work, there's risks involved. And some of us have been praying for you. However, there are some journalists who think that their opinion is the law. That is what I want to clarify. Even this morning, as you sit, I felt that my other madam, I've forgotten her name actually. Not you, the one talking to me. Not the one I'm seeing on screen right now.
Yes, Rosalind.
Me.
Rosalind.
Yes, please. With all due respect. Yes, your opinions are there, but they are not the law. Personally, that is how I feel.
Which of my opinions are you talking about, darling?
Exactly. So, you see, we all saw what happened yesterday. All of us, you watched, I watched. But when you come and you want to take side, I think it is not the best.
Which side
you
did
can
I
share
take?
your opinion.
Well, Abdullah, please, let's get it straight here. Which side did I take?
Okay, so there was a part where you were saying that it's like you are trying to suggest to the minority leader the kind of questions he should ask.
No.
Don't forget.
No, I never did.
Parliament.
I'll clear it, please.
I listen
yes,
to you, please.
Before we don't be quick to cast stones. Now, this is what happened.
Yeah, I get that.
Mentioned that if questions were asked on one particular thing, that is the CV. And what I said was that if we put time to it, because as we're having a call, unless you joined us late, we said that if we are planning and we know that there are 4 people that you are going to vet, or there are 5 people, you ought to put time to it. else we'll keep seeing reoccurrence of this. You understand? And so if
I'm
your
not referring
question,
to that comment.
Okay, no, wait. If your questions are one particular thing, if you keep on that and you stay on there for 1 hour, 2 hours, we'll have a situation where it will eat into time and then we have issues. So that's all I said.
I agree.
And if I say that, I am not calling out anybody. We are giving suggestions. As citizens, we have to be citizens and not spectators. And so we are open to our opinions. And I'm not blaming anybody because he's not the only person who asks questions for hours. There are others that ask questions for hours. And we are here to suggest that if only time can be put there, it's very important. Okay?
I agree.
Thank you very much.
I agree. Respectfully, I think the part where you were saying that, whilst you was asking the question, you've forgotten that as parliamentarians, they have their own standing orders. And for all you know, all that the minority leader is doing is law. And I also want to use the opportunity to say that, it is not all the, the nominees that questions were thrown at them. If you look at some George demeanor before the election and his previous utterances, we all listened to some of his comments. You might be right, but even he speaks without respecting, the position of the CJ. And the fact that the CJ too is more or less like a mother to him. There should be some form of respect, decorum in your choice of language. You may disagree with the woman, but there were certain words that he was using that were very harsh. They just want to pin the guy to understand that, yes, if you are before your supporters and you are talking, that's fine. But you should know that your words will be used against you in a particular time.
All right,
then,
Abdullah.
with the issue...
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time this morning. We are still on, and we are talking about what happened so far. Yeah, still, yes. Yeah,
I mean, if only as Ghanaians we start looking at things holistically, let's not add party to it. What happened yesterday has nothing to do with parties. Let's take a look at what happened as members of parliament who sat there because both parties were wrong. And so as we sit here as media persons, we will not take anybody's side. The fact that you belong to Party A doesn't mean if Party A is wrong, we keep quiet and we say, oh, Party A, because you belong to this party, we are going to be... Yes, they are asking questions. It is in the law, which we do admit. Nobody is saying that they were out of law. We just gave a suggestion. That doesn't mean that what they are doing is out of law. What they exhibited, the kind of violence that happened in Parliament yesterday during the vetting process is what we are condemning. So please, let's get our facts right when we are listening to the media personalities. We are not here to condemn any political party. We are here to condemn the acts that took place there yesterday where both parties were involved. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, so KMJ, we have George on.
George, where are you?
I'm here. I'm here.
Also, why we are now here?
Oh, I think me today is my first time appearing on TV after our win.
Okay. So you won. And the honorable.
Zusebo.
Oh my goodness.
That's just something else, man. Bro, go ahead.
Good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
KMG, by you, I'm fighting with you.
Hey,
on 10th January, I was supposed to be online. You didn't let me in because it was my birthday. It was yours too.
Oh.
And you wanted to be on or what?
Yeah, so he was on Zoom, but he wasn't allowed in.
I'm sorry.
Birthday
Forgive
boy.
me.
Don't worry, Wednesday is my birthday. You can join us on Zoom.
So,
all right.
Wednesday we join on Zoom.
No. So Wednesday you can come to the studio. Are you in Accra? Are you
Let's go.
You're based in Accra. Please come to the studio. Come bearing gifts, okay?
What time should he be here?
Do you have money for iPhone?
What time should he be here?
Does he have money for iPhone 16?
No, what time should he be here?
Oh, he should be here. So we have the morning show, we have changes. So choose one, whichever you want to be on. And then just come bearing. Hey.
Look at why.
Oh my goodness. You make a point, though.
On that note.
Oh my goodness.
I think yesterday we all what happened. And I think the reason why this incident happened was they are afraid of a black quack. Because if you check, Sam George no, not a black quack. They knew that if Sam George used 4 hours, a black quack is going to use ×2. So they needed to dodge. It's like when the cat is not there, that's where the mouse or the mice will be playing all along. But when the cat comes, you see that they start to scatter. What's happened is not fair enough. As leaders as you are, you stand on national television and be lifting chairs. And you saw how a black was just sitting comfortably, patiently, waiting for their opinions, whether they should keep the vetting going on or they should adjourn it to today, as they are saying. Now, this thing they have spoiled is our money, the taxpayers' money, that they are going to use it. And who knows, today, the same thing can happen. They'll keep on spoiling things, then they use our money to repair it. So right now, if you, as a leader, you go home and your children says, "Hey, Daddy, I saw you on telly fighting. How will you feel?" You should be ashamed of yourself because you respect Ghanaians. They should respect Ghanaians. You can't stand on public TV and you fight, then later on you come and impose some, how do you call it, some things on us to do.
Honorable titles.
I hope you understand.
I do, my brother. Thanks a lot. Your point well made, and we appreciate you for coming on today. And once again, congratulations to you since your party won. Okay? Good stuff. Now, the news center is here. Senior Hosi Defense had castle calls for humility from MPs. Northern Volta NDC supporters are angry over a skewed appointment. Lordina is not influencing appointment. High-ranking NDC officials, others have said. Mobile money hits record 3 trillion in 2024, and I'm talking about Ghana cities actually. Africa needs 170 billion annually to bridge infrastructure gap. That's the news center this morning.
I'll do the Daily Graphic newspaper. The Daily Graphic says the Constitution must inspire trust, says the President. AG Abundance appeal against auto-forcing. Ghana will be Africa's AI hub in 4 years, says Sam George. And Africa Prosperity Dialogues create single market to provide jobs for the youth. This is from the Vice President. All right, I think we have somebody on Zoom.
Yeah, we do. We have another Zoomer on. Who do we have here? Hello. Master Planner. Good morning, Golden Boy.
Good morning, Golden Girl. I see you.
How are you?
God bless. Everything is fine. How are you too?
We are doing very awesome.
Why is that Golden Boy?
Why is Sergio? Why is Sergio?
So down.
I wonder how you became golden all of a sudden. I mean, really, but it's fine.
No, you know what? At one point, he called in when he joined us on Zoom. Then he was like, "Oh, hi, Golden Girl. Well, I want to be called Golden Boy."
That's
why it started.
That's how
it started. So,
yeah.
So if I'm Golden Girl, he says he's Golden Boy.
He doesn't look Golden Boy.
Anyway, Master Planner. Sorry?
I hope you are an industrious woman.
Oh, that's a very interesting question. But what do you think?
I can see everything indicates that you are an industrious woman.
Well, thank you very much. Okay, go ahead. What do you tell us this morning?
I'll write my application letter very soon.
Okay, I can't wait to receive it.
Bros, you get money?
Too much money.
Okay.
That's by the way.
Yes.
Special good morning to you and the production team. First one, let me say good morning to the former president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo, the former vice president, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, and then MPP Deputy National Women Organizer, Hajiya Safia Mohammed, that we're going to promote her to the National Women Organizer. for the 2028 elections. Quick one. What happened yesterday in Parliament, I think, is so disgracing. But we should also note that we are not going for BEC examination or WC examination, whereby we say we should have 1 hour or 2 hours. This is vetting. If you understand the meaning of vetting, every individual has his or her line of questioning. So your line of questioning will determine the number of hours. If you quite remember, I think it was in 2021, Godfrey Dami, when he went through, I think 6 hours, 23 minutes. For vetting alone, 6 hours, 23 minutes, Godfrey Dami. So what has changed now? If somebody has been vetted through 5 hours, 6 hours, there's nothing new here. It's something that has been happening, depending on your work, depending on the mystery you are going, the post you did on Facebook, the allegations you file against people will determine the kind of questions they have. If they ask you, how did you pay your fees? And you tell me that, oh, my wife is an industrious woman, certainly follow-up questions will come. So that is how the vetting usually goes. But it shouldn't result into fighting and stuff. That one. And the majority leader was talking about reputation. Do they even have reputation? Have they soon forgotten what happened in the previous parliament? You don't have any reputation already. That reputation has been destroyed long ago, and you couldn't replace it. So it's nothing new. We saw a parliament that people brought in blade, they fought, they were pulling chairs. This is not the first time somebody is pulling chair or putting chairs on the table. It's happened in the previous parliament, but we should condemn it, and we shouldn't make it look like this is the first time something of sort has happened. It has been happening previously. In the previous parliament, we saw how it happened. But going forward, we shouldn't entertain such things. As my sister rightly said, we should be deducting some of this thing from their sitting allowances.
Yes.
Whose
money are they going to use?
And stuff.
Okay.
So we are pleading with our parliamentarians. So far as they are called honorable members, they should do the honorable thing in Parliament. God
Very
bless
true.
you. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day too, Master Planner. Thank you so much for your time. We are still taking some more people on Zoom. So if you wish to be part of this conversation or you want to share your thoughts or opinions with us concerning this matter, specifically what happened during the vetting yesterday, please join us on Zoom and let us know exactly what you think.
Right. So who's on? Guy? Hi, Guy. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us. Talk to us. Unmute yourself. You've muted yourself again. Oh. You're struggling?
Yeah, I'm on now.
Now we can hear you. Please talk to us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
To your cherished viewers. Okay. I must say this morning you are looking gorgeous.
Thank you. Wednesday is my birthday.
Wednesday?
Yes.
All right, we will celebrate with you.
Thank you very much.
Don't just celebrate, no. Bring gifts.
Bring gifts.
We will bring the gifts, don't worry.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness. Ooh.
Talk to us.
Okay. So, my take on what happened yesterday, I think, first of all, let's condemn it. It's not parliamentary, as we all say, because honorable members showing that bravado and all those kind of stuffs, I don't think it was in the right perspective. But come to think of it, I don't think there should be allocation of time for vetting. Let's assume maybe we are giving you 2 hours to vet. No, it depends on the person and the kind of responses he gives.
Okay.
If you could remember, I think the last time, is it the finance minister also?
Yeah,
it took him 2 days.
3 days, actually.
Yeah, it took him 2 days. Honorable Gwache Jakun went through vetting for almost about 6-7 hours. So, why is it so difficult for the NDC to accept this time around? And just looking at it yesterday, as around 10:30, they were smuggling in Honorable Okudjato Ablakwa and the likes to be vetted at that ungodly hour. Ghanaians want to witness their vetting. Most people were asleep. Most people were feeling asleep then. So I think it is appropriate that we do it daytime so that we can all monitor. You get it? So I think Honorable Ayariga, he came in, his intervention was timely, but going forward, I think the NDC majority should accept that, yes, the ranking member is entitled to so many questions as he so wishes. Right. And again, the perception in the NDC's mind that, the MPP is micro minority or something like that, so we can walk over them anytime we want it. No, I don't think that to the MPP will allow it. So going forward, we should all try to put things in its right perspective so that we can move as a country.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Guy. So you see, you at home can also join us and join us via Zoom. So the point that we are trying to make here is to get the right information out there. When we talk about that, we are not saying don't ask the questions. We are saying that if you ask questions for 3 days, what happened to our economy at the end of the day? What happened to our city at the end of the day? What happened to us? We complained. After 3 days of vetting, what was the outcome? We are talking about Boache Jako. How long did he last in that sector? Do you understand? So is it the number of hours and the number of days that we vet that we get results? Are we not looking for results at the end of the day? Now, you say we shouldn't allocate time. Fair enough. You made a fantastic point. When we look at the Greater Accra Regional Minister, designate, now she is. She's been sworn in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 minutes of vetting. She didn't tell us what she would do to fix our problems in Greater Accra. Yeah. Look at the filth in Greater Accra. Yeah. Look at the traffic congestion in Greater Accra. She didn't speak anything about what she would do for Greater Accra. Yeah. So there's no time allocation, right? She did 5 minutes. How am I going to hold her responsible if she didn't tell me what she would do at the end of the day? Yeah. Because I can't go to her and tell her that. You said you will do A, B, C, D. Because if you go to her, she didn't say anything. Yeah. So as much, you see, if we can put partisan aside and look at it first holistically. Yeah. Because it is not about party. And even if they allocate, whether 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours to each, once you allocate, each person will go through the questioning. Each person will have to answer as others are answering. And each person will be accountable if they fail. Yeah. That's all we are asking for. And once it's set, whoever comes in after 4 years, whether MPP, whether CPP, whether Movement for Change, will also have to follow the same procedure. Yeah. So that at the end of the day, we have a better Ghana. That's what we are looking for. So it's not about, and the MPP, we did somebody for 3 years, and the NDC, we are doing 4 days, 4 hours, and this person will come and do, no, 5 minutes, no. Anyway, KMJ, we are fake up.
How are you? Mutak, good morning, how are you? Are you there?
I'm there.
Nice one. Talk to me.
Yeah. Thank you. What happened in Parliament yesterday was very unfortunate that it should not repeat itself. We don't even need to have time for it and discuss because honorable members engage in that kind of act is very unfortunate. But to me, looking at the way the vetting is going, I always say that they don't have enough time for the nominees. And the chairman must look at it very well, and then this will restructure very well, and then continue. Because we, the Ghana, want to see and know our ministers, those who are becoming our ministers in the next 4 years. So if you are trying to rush them through the vetting, the time they were fighting, me myself, I was asleep. I didn't even know who was being vetted at that time. So if you are vetting and putting it on camera, that we should be watching on TV, and all of us are assassinated. Yeah. So I didn't even know who was going to head our foreign policy until this fight this morning. When I wake up and I saw it on Facebook and other platforms, I saw that in the night there was a fight. So all these things, they should restructure the team very well. So I want to follow them and want to also contribute to their discussion. So let's see who is becoming our minister in the next 4 years. So they should let cool heads prevail in the parliament. We don't want what happened the last sitting So what's happening again? So they should try their best and do the honorable thing as their names is called. So thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You really missed out yesterday if you slept then.
But he's made a very fantastic point. If they are supposed to end at 6 p.m., they end at 6 p.m. If it ends at 7, it ends at 7. What we are saying that people think it's political, it's not political. No. It is just logic. Anyway, I see we have Gilbert.
Hi, Gilbert. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning to you. This is my first time. And good morning to my colleagues also here.
Right. Thank you so much for joining. Well, we hope that you continue joining us every Friday morning right here.
Exactly. I do enjoy time and enjoy this at the same time. So,
Thank you very much.
This is my first time making a public statement.
Okay. All right.
So, thanks for the opportunity giving me. So, yesterday, what really happened, I have a couple of things to talk about.
Okay.
So, first of all, they need to be made to pay for what they did. The logistics that they broke, the tables,
the microphones,
the microphones and all those things. And they need not to change the location. They need to come back to the same location and then do things right. So the leadership have failed, both Ahiafo and Afenyo Martin.
Okay.
You see, yesterday, Afenyo Martin spent about 3 hours to 4 hours dealing with credibility. Had nothing to do with what Sam George was going to do. You spent 3 hours talking about Facebook posts.
Ooh. Hi, Gilbert. Okay, we are struggling a little bit with your network, but please try and come back on. Hi, Caleb. We have Caleb on.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello to you too. And good morning.
This is my first time. This is my first time being here.
And it seems
we have a lot of first timers,
They are relaxing and enjoying, laying down.
Yeah,
Okay, talk to us.
Yeah, so I want to seize this opportunity to say congratulations to the president-elect, John Dramani Mahama.
Okay.
Yeah, Ghanaians have chosen wisely. Now, moving on, you see, the question is not about Afenyo Martin being given, a limited period to ask questions. Yesterday, I like the point your colleague raised. The Greater Regional Minister designate was not asked any question at all. Just 5 minutes and she was out of there and she was so happy. She spent no time telling us what she could offer us as Ghanaians. You get the point. Mm-hmm. And you can see that Afenyo Martin has actually targeted some people that he wants to ask the questions.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you very much. We still have a number of newspapers.
And the thing is, in all those others.
Okay. Yeah. Your network is quite, jittery a little bit. So can you please go and come back so that we can have a smooth one? Can you hear me?
Himself right?
Yeah, can I continue from where I learned before my network?
Gilbert, is that you?
Yeah, that is Gilbert.
Okay, all right. Okay, please,
I'm sorry,
please continue.
the network is very finicky.
Yes.
So what I was saying is, you spend 3 hours to 4 hours dealing with credibility, dealing with Facebook posts and all that. We are not saying you shouldn't be asking questions, but that is not what this honorable gentleman is going to do. You understand? So it is just credibility target. You are trying to discredit. Hello?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay. So you are trying to target some of these to discredit, and he even doesn't know that what you are asking this man to reaffirm what he said, to discredit the president and the people involved in the post. You understand? So I think the questioning should be structured. This morning, they should go back and regroup and know exactly how they are going to handle the questioning. If the minority leader has like 1 hour or 2 hours, there shouldn't be unlimited time for questioning. That's what I'm trying to say. So this is all that I have to say. But they need to pay for everything and they need to
damaged.
But before they come out, they need to apologize.
Yes.
To the point. What the majority leader did yesterday was not a true apology. They need to come out. Both leaders must come out to apologize before they begin today's voting. Thank you so much.
Very true. Gilbert, thank you so much for your time. Let me just run through the newspapers I have in front of me. The Overseer newspaper, we have Ghana secures $2.8 billion debt relief as official creditors sign MOU. New GRA boss, a trailblazer in taxation and public sector reforms. We also have indigenous freight forwarders at Tema Port call for reforms in shipping sector. And then Barker Vomawo tells appointments committee after bribery claims, I apologize. We also have Alex Kweku Asafwe J appointed acting registrar of Ghana Scholarship Secretariat. And then African Prosperity Dialogues start today. And that's it for the Overseer newspaper.
All right, I think we have Duncan joining us. Hi, good morning, Duncan.
Good morning, how are you?
We are good. How are you too?
I really appreciate your time with Joy Prime.
Thank you so much.
You guys are doing a fantastic job out there.
Thank you very much.
I just want to comment briefly on the parliament, what happened yesterday. At a point, I have to pause what I was doing just to get close to my television to watch it and so that I can have fair idea. In fact, it's something that sometimes it worries me or baffles me a lot. I think Ghana, we have gone a long way to allow politicians, or let me say, politicians ride on our backs and do things that are very dishonorable. Looking at the actions of both majority and minority yesterday at the appointment committee was something that I think we shouldn't learn from. But although we vote for these leaders, I want to learn from them. But I don't think at this point we need to learn from them.
Mm-hmm.
You see, if you are an MP and before you take any action, I think in this country we can recall that the former MP for Tema West, Carlos Ahenkra, I heard him saying a time ago that even President Adam Kwakwa didn't recognize what he did in Parliament, right? I heard that statement from the media, meaning he did that because his intention was that he loved the party more than Ghanaians, right? But it was Ghana first before the political party. And now he is saying that he didn't recognize, meaning he was expecting something after that, after he did that. But nobody recognized it. This tells you how people doesn't recognize violence. You get it? So at this point, I think we should do everything consensus. At least you are leaders. If there's something that we doesn't all agree with, we disagree to agree, right? You have to come together, put things in order. But looking at people, millions of people watching you, and you are behaving this way, it's very bad. We need to speak to them. They must pay for it. I agree with my brother who just left, that they have to apologize to Ghanaians and pay for the damages. We don't support to use our money to do that. But I will just beg you briefly that as an allied health worker, I'm not employed. I have to just comment on that before I leave. I know you don't have enough time.
Please say it, sir.
But last week I was on your media trying to advocate that allied health workers, we need to be employed.
Yeah.
Madam, we are still at home. After completing school, we have renewed our PIN several times. We have not been employed. Not only one badge, about 3-4 badges. We are at home. And we are still training others to come out. We are made up of laboratory scientists, disease control officer, nutrition, health promotion, health information. We are all at home, madam, and our hospitals are lacking staffs. But yet, all of us are not employed in the system. We are pleading with the current the minister designate, Honorable Kobina Menta Kando. Please, we are pleading with you. When the nod is given by the appointment committee, go straight. Think about allied health workers. We are at home. We are begging you. Because you have been a hard-working ranking member for the A Parliament, that's why you have been appointed. The spotlight is on you. The allied health worker, in collaboration with the Minister of Health, Dr. Kaslata Forson, you are begging you people. Our lives are in your hands.
Yeah.
Get us job to do.
All right, thank you very much.
I wonder how the moment you complete school, you become an...
Okay, thank you very much. And please, there's a plea for allied health workers. And so Minister designates Honorable Akando, when you are approved, please look into that. All right, I think we have another Zoomer. Okay, KMG.
Let me get to who? Kofi?
Kofi Mensah.
Kofi Mensah. Hello, Kofi, can you hear me? Kofi, unmute your microphone.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Thank you for having me this morning, Senior.
Our pleasure. Please go ahead.
Okay. I will first of all talk about the cause that erupted yesterday. I think it's high time we charge some of our MPs for doing this at the parliament. Using state money to pay for these damages, I think is not fair. It's high time we made them pay from their own pocket. Why am I saying this? You see, during the HPM, before they were about to vote for the speaker.
Yeah.
This thing happened over there. And for that matter, they came to apologize to Ghanaians. You see, when the leader was talking, he said, Ghanaians can easily forgive. And for that matter, they are expecting us to forgive them. What happened yesterday wasn't right. We don't expect our MPs to do this. I think we need to condemn this. And looking forward, they shouldn't even do that again. So I'm expecting that whatever damage that they've caused, they use their own money to pay once and for all. Thank you very much.
I agree. And it's the reason why we're giving you and others the opportunity to also speak your mind and condemn that act that happened yesterday in Parliament. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it. All right. Do we have another person? Can you unmute your microphone, please? Hello? Hello? If you can hear me, unmute your microphone.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, I'm here, please, sir.
Go ahead.
Good
My
morning.
name is Daniel.
Okay, I think we have two people at a time. Oh, hello. Okay, go ahead.
Hello, yeah.
Yeah, Daniel, go ahead.
Daniel, and thank you very much for the opportunity to also share my thoughts on what happened last night. In fact, what happened last night was so embarrassing. And I feel that every vetting session should not be given a specific time to finish. Once the nominee appears before the committee would use their discretion to vet the nominees so as to elicit the most important elements that is required for the sector where the person is going to work. But what I deduce from what is happening at the floor of the vetting is that it appears that the ranking member is deliberately wasting some amount of time. And from their reaction and the kind of comments that comes up, it appears that they are being selective with how to deal with a particular nominee. And that is rather unfortunate, because for the entire 3 hours that some judge had to spend at the floor of Parliament, it was not related to the kind of work that he was going to do. Just look at the amount of time he spent on his, where he comes from, his hometown and all those things. In fact, they borders on credibility. And if it becomes a platform for settling of scores and some campaign platform promises and those things are pulled onto the vetting platform for discussion, I think we are not doing a good service to the Ghanaian populace. So as much as we would want to give the vetting committee that opportunity to ask as many questions that they want to ask, it should be relevant to why the nominee is there. And we should not continue to waste a lot of time as so to impugn that we are trying to punish the nominee.
Okay.
And that would not be fair enough. And that is what resulted in what happened. And so my last take is that whatever has happened over there, those responsible should be made to pay because it is state property that they have destroyed. And it is criminal to cause, distraction to state property. And so the law should deal with them.
Very well. Thank you so much for your thoughts. We appreciate you. Who's next?
It's
Richard.
Richard.
KMG.
He's back again.
Good morning.
He's back. No, he's not being
I'm
on
back
today.
again.
Oh, is it? Okay.
KMG.
Yeah, Rich.
Yeah, morning.
Morning. So that was Golden Boy. You guys look alike.
Yeah.
Okay. You're laughing.
Hey, right there, you show me.
Oh, no,
right there, you show me.
Oh, why?
Because you haven't been looking for me, neither have you been looking for Akismi.
Oh, forget that boy. I'd rather look for you, though.
But I've been monitoring, but just that I have not been getting the time to join the Zoom. But I've not been seeing him nowadays, so you have to look for him.
I will.
We need him
I
back.
will. I'll send him a message after the show.
Hashtag bring Akismi back. Hashtag bring Akismi back. Please, we beg you.
We will.
We started with him, so look for him. So today I don't need much time to air my opinion about what happened yesterday, but only a few minutes. So some people think that they are so intelligent or smart or have all the knowledge in the world than others, but that's not the case. There was a precedent in 2021, after the post-COVID era, during the vetting of the then finance minister, Kennedy Oforiatta. It took him 2 days. They used 2 days to vet him. Most of the previous administration ministers, some were given or some used 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours. And yesterday, just 4 hours, they have started complaining. And look at what they are saying. As if they have the vetting committee led by the minority vetting committee or members have something against them. No, that's not the case. They used 2 days to vet Oforiatta, the then finance minister. What happened? What did they say about it? Oh, come on. Have a nice day.
Very well. Anyway, you can also join us on Zoom and share your thought with us. What happened yesterday at the vetting committee? We are all, I think the majority of all of us have condemned what happened. I mean, I'm not sure anybody will be here to defend, what happened. So,
Who? Yeah. Oh, so something is, somebody. Asari, is it?
Asari is on. Hi, Asari.
Yeah, hi, good morning.
Good morning to you, Asari. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you, by God's grace.
Brilliant. Talk to us.
Okay, so please, I think with what happened yesterday, I think Ghana is at a point of case whereby this kind of act should be encouraged. Because these are our fathers, our leaders, who, make actions that shouldn't, be tolerated by leaders.
Our livelihoods are in their hands.
Yes, please. Let's take this for an instance.
Yeah.
Before an election, these same people will come out here to advise leaders youth not to participate in any kind of chaos.
We can hear you. Please go ahead.
People who we call our leaders, who we voted for, will come out here and advise us not to fight, not to steal ballot boxes, not to engage in any activities that will cause chaos. But here, like the case, these people are doing the same thing, fighting. Come on. I was asleep when this thing happened, and trust me, so seeing this thing right live on air. Come on, no. So imagine if a minister or a minister designate should be vetted for 4 hours. Does that mean the same person should go to the same hours? No. If let's say the Accra mayor who was vetted for 5 minutes, she said nothing about what she's going to offer us as youth. She said nothing about what she's going to do to us. She said nothing about employment, about sanitation.
Yes.
5 minutes introduced herself.
Yes.
She left.
Yeah.
So
which was very alarming.
This act shouldn't be encouraged at all.
Yeah.
No, please, no. Thank you very much. Have a nice day as well.
All right, thank you as well, and have a lovely day, you too. Do we have another Zoomer on? Who do we have?
Ahama Talota. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah.
Why the host won't join me? I've been here for long.
Please, until we say your Zoom ID, we plead with you to kindly unmute. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, what happened yesterday was actually unfortunate. I saw the scenes, but I'm very happy that God has vindicated Madam Hardcastle over the altercation with another because yesterday another behavior actually demonstrated that she provoked the woman, but because she had the opportunity to speak and then the cameras were on him, he was able to speak his side of the story, but we have not heard what the woman said or the side of the woman, and so she's been crucified here and there. Meanwhile, another press behavior sufficiently demonstrates that actually he was the one that actually provoked the woman. And then let's call it a spade a spade. Ken Ofori-Atta was sick, and so he was the minority at the time. Were even trying to help him so that he can have time, so that he's not pressured to sit long hours, and then maybe he will his sickness or ailments will get worse. And so, if somebody is afforded this opportunity, it has to be appreciated. And let us also look at the circumstances. Those that they were saying they were vetted for a long time, they had the opportunity to be ministers, and their performance in the first term is what is used to assess them. So, what is Sam George's first term? What opportunity has he had as a minister before? So we just using Facebook posts and others. But even if you look at the question, the kind of questioning, for instance, if you ask somebody a question and then the person asks you that gold is wrongly labeled, then you say that who are those who stole the gold? Did he say anybody steal a gold? So if you have a minority leader who is incompetent, he cannot ask and listen well, and then he just wants to waste time deliberately so that the people will not be vetted to serve this country and take us out of the economic mess that they have sent us into. Then this is what they do. And so what happened, even if the majority was smuggling people into the for the vetting, but it doesn't call for you to pick shares and be banging them on the tables, because what you are doing is destroying public property, and the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana shares that, because it requires all of us to protect public property.
That's true.
If people in this house, members of parliament, conduct themselves in such a way that they are detrimental to the public property that we have all been enjoying to protect, then what will the rest of us be doing?
That's
so
very
I think
true.
the minority must have their game and match the majority properly. Even they should not think that the majority is only trying to accommodate them. Assuming they even left, what will happen? The betting can still go on. If the majority had wanted to bet, it would have happened. And then the people will still go ahead and approve. But they were just giving them the opportunity to ask their questions. But if you are being given an opportunity to ask a question and you are taking it as an advantage to waste time, clearly Ghanaians will not support this. Afenyo Makin should stand up and be competent enough and ask questions that are relevant and don't concentrate on irrelevant questions.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much for your time this morning. We have a number of Facebook messages, so please let me read the comments on our Facebook. Benjamin Enyima says, Sam George is a hard guy. Ken Majesty Mensa is saying, imagine if it was Napo, hypocrisy in Kwam. Ablade Efie Kuma says, why is the minority taking this parliamentary vetting like World Cup? They should get serious, kakrahaba. And he comes again and says, my greetings to all the branch executives of NDC in Efia constituency. Okay. Isa Sumaila says, no, I can't read that. That is too insulting. Pat Dagadu says, LOL, Asemo. Abraham Kofi Thompson says, look at Afenyo Makin's disgraceful face. Oh. Jesse Elvis says, all those involved in the incidents must be asked to pay for the breakages. Sami Boachi is also saying, I believe yesterday's event at the vetting committee was unparliamentary and deserving of condemnation as they were elected to serve. What baffles me is the definition of vetting, the duties of the appointments committee and the extent of their powers. Your insights are as valuable as mine. So these are our Facebook comments this morning on this particular segment Thank you to all our first timers. Today we had so many first timers. I'm excited about that.
I hear we still have a lot of Zoomers
Yeah,
on
we still
there.
do.
But unfortunately, this is all time of emitters for this segment. A big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise for always having our back. And as we sit here as journalists, we'll condemn the condemnable. Of course, we'll not sit here, and we are not partisan, journalists. And so wrong is wrong, right is right. And what happened in Parliament yesterday, we won't say that it's Party A or it's Party B. We didn't even see which party was doing what. We saw an act that is condemnable, and so we are doing so, and we are saying that these acts should never happen again. We expect an apology from the people that did this. We expect that they will be penalized for it, because if I had done it, I would have been penalized, and so I expect that they will be penalized for it. And going forward, we'll not hear of anything like that again. Anyway, Kim, do you have something else to say before we go?
No. I mean, let me just say a big thank you to Sedem of House of Sedem for my outfit. Yes.
He's watching.
Yeah.
He is watching.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay, so
he
House of
messaged
Sedem.
me, so he's watching.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, I love it. I love the green.
You look good.
It's lovely.
Yeah. A couple of weeks ago, we all went green.
Oh, you went green? What did you do to go green? Oh, really? Okay, I see. Anyway.
Okay. You're on your own on this one.
So,
You're on your own.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much, House of Sedem. Thank you.
And a big thank you to Rena DePoint for also my outfit. Now, Wednesday is my birthday, so you can have very good on Wednesday. But today we have a lot on the show. We have trends that I can't wait to hear what this leader has.
Oh, yeah.
We have sports as well.
Oh, yeah.
And we have other conversations. So,
you know what? Let's start celebrating Roslyn. Please give us a very good tune. Director, we are calling for a very good tune. So we can start celebrating Roslyn's birthday, because so
please. Wednesday is my birthday, so
Wednesday is her birthday.
Know that Wednesday is my birthday, and come bearing gifts.
Every single person
you can actually
who will be
deliver.
coming on
You can actually
for
deliver.
changes.
Yeah, we'll have to bring a gift.
You have to come bearing gifts.
Yes, and for my guests that come in on Monday morning, the politicians, so
you take on Monday.
I will
and
collect my
Tuesday.
gifts on Monday. I'll collect my gift on Tuesday.
Nice.
Those of you who do delivery on Wednesday, it's acceptable. I will take all on just say. Wednesday is my birthday, 5th of February. I'm a February one. I'm a lover.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we'll be back after this, so do stay with us.
Newsflash was brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, fun papa fie.